Hello, welcome to another episode of Listen to Rosie. It is currently 10 p.m. and today is Valentine's Day, February 14th, 2025. I didn't think I was going to record an episode, but I saw this book that was sitting on my shelf. It's called Diary of a Romantica by Celia Martinez, and I really love her poems that she writes. I found her on TikTok, and she calls herself a hopeful romantic instead of hopeless, and I really love that. So since we're on the topic of love, I thought I would share some of my favorite poems from her. Okay, this is the first one. And I don't know how to say it except for, if my love was a flower shop, I would give you all the roses and make beautiful bouquets and shower you with tulips. I'd give you those boxes with the flowers that would last for ages, and I would secretly wish for you and I to last through all our phases. If my love was a flower shop, I wouldn't sell a single flower. I'd save them all for you and hope that they'll last forever. Okay, I especially love that one because it talks about flowers and roses, and I personally have this deep connection with flowers and especially roses because of my name. And the fact that this poem is talking about the love shown through these flowers, and the fact that if they owned a flower shop, they wouldn't sell any in hopes to save it for their person. And I was just like, oh, it's so sweet. Alright, February 1st. I don't even know you, but I felt you in my dreams. And something tells me even now, as strangers, we're on each other's team. People tell me I'm too much of a romantic, and honestly, that's probably true. But how could a person not be romantic when in the end, they end up with you? I might not know you now, but I know I'll see you later. And that, because we worked on ourselves, our love will be even greater. How cute is that one? And again, it's the longing love that I really like, you know? And again, how can you not be romantic? Like, romance is one of my favorite things ever, but also the longing, but wanting to work on themselves, just knowing that the love would be even greater then as well. February 2nd. Our lives are composed of choices, some bigger than others to varying degrees. Some would say that love is the most important choice, finding the one who makes you weak in the knees. But love has never been easy for me. Love has not been kind or caring. In fact, love has been pretty cruel, at times even overbearing. They say love comes when you least expect it, but I think love might have lost my address. I'm a hopeful person, I really am, but love sometimes feels like a mess. I know it'll be easy someday, when love gently holds my hand, when love stays by my side, even when life doesn't go as planned. But for now, I'll hold my own hand. I am my own best friend. I root for myself when things get tough, as I patiently wait for a godsend. Okay, this one, too. I feel personally, as a woman, love has always been a huge topic and honestly a stressor too. But knowing that hopefully one day it would actually be easy. And while I'm waiting till then, I could also show myself that love. Ooh, okay, this one looks like it was written February 14th. Find me under the stars as all the clouds start to clear. I'll remind you of your beauty with little whispers in your ear. Find me in the sunshine after a long day of rain. I hope you see a life full of color when everything seems unbelievably plain. Find me under a warm blanket on the coolest day of the year. And when love feels too far, I'll show you that I'm already here. Now, this one I purely loved out of the vibes because it just makes me feel so cozy and comforted. And the fact that you could see love within nature as well. November 11th. Manifesting a love that feels like home. A set of energies to match. Someone gorgeous on the inside. That's definitely quite the catch. Someone to travel with, visit places and become engrossed. Perhaps a month-long trip to Italy, where we'll travel up and down the coast. Someone who asks to slow dance when it's 2 a.m. and the world is asleep, but will hope for its presence to forever keep. Someone who truly appreciates you, trusts you enough to let you in. Someone who cares enough to listen about how life has actually been. Someone who's kind of clumsy. He gets nervous sometimes. Someone who would stay awake to help you memorize the names of too many M signs. Someone who speaks my language in more ways than one. Someone who can be serious, but only when he's not having fun. Someone who writes me love letters without needing to be asked. Someone who believes in soulmates and wants to see this actually last. Again, that one, it just reminds me so much of all the little dreams that I had when I was younger. That someone that we crave for, long for. But what really spoke to me was someone who speaks my language. I'm not very good at speaking Spanish, but I mean, it's part of me and it's part of my family growing up. And I think Spanish is a very romantic language, though I'm not very good at speaking it or understanding it. But I think if that someone were to speak it as well, I think it would just build a deeper connection. July 15th. You deserve the romance novel. You look really beautiful tonight. And maybe it's just because of you, but I believe in love at first sight. Something kind of crazy. Only one thing that comes to mind. Love is often searched for, but too difficult to find. You deserve the romance novel. Not a chapter or a page. The whole book in its entirety. Being in love until old age. The iconic third date, but also the sweet second and first. Somebody so nice that they make your heart almost burst. You deserve to be loved, cared for, and desired. I know it hasn't worked, and I know it's easy to get tired. But someone is out there waiting. They think you deserve it too. A poet was created, writing words they only thought for you. That one is so adorable. Thinking about the romance novel, it's just that another reminder that everybody deserves love in any shape or form. But I think the romance novel is one that people tend to crave, and everyone deserves that if that's what they want. January 11th. If I was a book, do you think you would read all the pages? Come back and take notes? Would you love me at all my stages? Would you judge my first draft? All the words I circled in red? Or would you ask about the ripped chapters or the drops from tears shed? Would you want to rewrite me or change all the words somehow? Remove some of the characters or even add some back in now? Would you judge me by my cover, the one that God carefully drew? Or would you fall in love with it in the same way I fell in love with you? Oof, this one is just, again, the one thing I love about love is the way that two people could fall in love with each other with all their layers, their chapters, they're all the different things that make up somebody. And I think that kind of love is really special. So this just kind of talks about that, the different layers within somebody and falling in love with all that. Those were just a few that I picked out from this version. I mean, there's so many good ones in here, but those are the ones I picked out to read tonight. The author, she's really cool. You should check her out. She's a Mexican-American bilingual poet who is a hopeful romantic. Yeah, she's super cool. She graduated from Yale University as a proud mujer in STEM, you know? Very cool. But yeah, you know, she wrote it for all her hopeless romantics and to remind us that, you know, romance isn't dead. And yeah, this was just kind of like a little reminder to myself that being romantic is fun and there's love out there. And I hope that everybody could find that one day in the form that resonates to them the most. Personally, the last few years I haven't been thinking too much of love because I feel like it would just be too stressful. But now I think I just need to change my perspective about it and make it more fun again, as I thought it would be as a kid. And yeah, that's what I hope for. And I want to embrace that more, to show love and to be more romantic with my life. Anyway, I feel like I'm just gonna ramble on. So that's today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it. And wherever you are, whether it's day or night, I hope you had a peaceful day. And if you didn't, I hope this could have been somewhat peaceful to you. Thank you so much for listening. And good night.